All right, so we're ready to go now. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 2022 vision boarding session. I am so happy to have you. If you're hearing me loud and clearly, I want you to just go ahead and send me a thumbs up. Send me a thumbs up. A few persons are going to be joining us later, but we're just giving them a few, but we're just going to start just the same and they'll catch on. All right, so welcome. It's a pleasure to have all of you. It's so good to see you. Like, I'm happy to be here with you. It promises to be an amazing session. All you need your laptop, you need internet, and you need yourself. That's all you need. You just need yourself right now. So don't worry about what you should have brought, but you never got to bring it. That's totally okay. Once you are here and you are connected, it means that you have every single thing that you need to actually enjoy the full course of this session. So welcome, one and all. We're going to be doing introductions shortly so that we can know who we have here. But before we do so, let me ensure that you're feeling welcome, ensuring that you're ready to visualize your future with a vision board. That's what we're going to be doing today. All right, I'm having a feedback, so I might just mute a few persons, but I'm happy that you're here. Welcome. All right, so let's go right in. Now, welcome, overview, and introduction. Now, this session is going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So that's the amount of time that you will need. We'll be planning for our most successful year yet. So no matter what kind of year you've had for 2021 or for 2020 or the years before, we're putting all in and hoping that 2022 will become our most successful year yet. And it has the potential to do that. You simply have to believe in yourself. You simply have to put the plans in place, and you simply have to do things that will ensure that your visions become reality. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Just in case it's the first time you're meeting me in this capacity, I'm Phelisa Ricketts-Graham, founder and managing director of Western STEM Academy. That's my first baby, my first official business. And I also happen to be the CEO of the Purpose Finder Club. I am a business coach, a serial entrepreneur, and what I really do, I help entrepreneurs to start and grow successful online businesses by helping you to position your business so that you can increase your income, increase your impact by increasing your sales and your presence online, of course. So that's what we're going to be doing. A lot of persons who are on, I've worked with them throughout this year. I've worked with about close to 200 entrepreneurs, helping them to grow their businesses. That's what I've been doing this year, in addition to teaching, in addition to being some other things that you'll find out in this session. But this session is really not about me. It is about you. It's about your why. What's your definition of success? What are you going to do next year? What are you going to do to ensure that you really achieve your goals? So I'm going to be getting to know you just a bit. This is the part that I like. I couldn't wait to reach this part from we started. So I'm going to allow you to go around the room, the virtual room, of course, to tell me a bit about you. Who am I? What do you do? And what do you hope to achieve from this session? I hope to hear as many persons as possible. So we'll do 1 minute introductions, and you can use them as a pitch because your future client might just be here. All right, so who is gonna go first? Which brave person? I know some persons are coming in as we go, but who is going to vote? Oh my God, love that. Go ahead, Erinsky, go ahead. Hope I'm not.
Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Yurinsky Easy. I am the founder and operator manager of OMG Business JA. Um, we're a home-based business accelerator program for entrepreneurs, home-based entrepreneurs, and we help them around the areas of getting more customers and making more sales, making the maximum amount of sales from every customer that they get. So we help people just to create systems that bring customers into their business 24/7, and then we help them create systems that they can also outsource or hire people to do to convert those leads into sales. So that's kind of my whole thing.
I
And
love
I'm very glad to be a part of this session. Thanks for the personal invitation, Phelisa. Um, I always love to support a fellow marketer and an entrepreneur, passion person like myself within the industry. I think more of this needs to happen. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to have you. I'm so happy that you're here. And while you're here, guys, feel free to drop your Instagram handles in the chat and we'll definitely follow and support each other while we're at. You can record stories and drop them on your Instagram and of course tag me at Purpose Finder Strategist. All right. So thank you, Arinsky, and we're now going to go to Ornisia. I see Ornisia's hand. Ornisia, over to you.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Good evening, everybody. I am Ornisia Blackstock, the CEO of Value in the Voice, Public Speaking Services, and more. Through my little company, we offer, oh yes, Felicia taught me the last time not to say little. So through my company, we render all public speaking services, award-winning services that you can think of where public speaking is concerned, including event hosting, public speaking training, keynote speaking, voiceover promotions, music, anything having to do with the voice, enhancing your event or enhancing your public speaking skills. That's what we are about. Alive and official since 2019, and since my first session with Mrs. Ricketts-Graham, trust me, life has been good. So all those who are meeting her for the first time, trust me, there is quality behind her words and the services that she renders. I'm looking forward to having another power-packed, informative, productive, and transformational session with you, and have a good time. And looking forward to a good 2022.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. Thank you, Mrs. Blackstock. And you know what I love? Like so many hands are raised already. Like I don't even have to call on anyone. That's why I love coaching sessions. Like it's one of the only set of sessions we go to, and the persons are always on. My entrepreneurs, my go-getters. You don't have to say raise your hand now because we know what we're about and we know what we want. So I love that. So I am going to just go right on onto the next hand that I see. And I see Sasha Gay Edwards. Sasha Gay.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. I am kind of jealous because I hear everybody. I'm the founder, the CEO, the this and the that. Congratulations to you. I hope after this session, Mrs. Graham will help me to get my small business on the way. I am a teacher. It's my passion. I'm trying to get my little tutoring business off the ground. I have other businesses in mind, but they're going to take a lot of funding at this time. But I know with the help of my colleague, Miss Phelisa Ricketts-Graham, she's going to help me to do well. And if anybody have any great advice for me, that is why I'm here. May the Lord bless you and season's greetings.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. Season's greetings, and you are in the right place, madam. Welcome. Welcome. So going around, Abigail Eubanks.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Abigail Eubank. I am a teacher and I am the founder of Lesson Plan Lab. Yes, we help teachers in writing lesson plans, making their job a little bit easier. We know that as teachers, lesson planning can be a little bit hard at times and time consuming. So that's what we do at Lesson Plan Lab. We also host seminars in helping teachers to find creative ways to make their lessons fun and interesting. And yeah. So if you want a company to write your lesson plans, don't be afraid to call Lesson Plan Lab. All right. And I'm looking forward to a wonderful session.
Amazing. Drop your handles, everyone. So that was Abigail, and now to Kimon. Kimon Maxwell. You are unmuted, but we are not hearing. Are you hearing us, Kimon? No? I don't know why. We're not hearing you. I want you to test your microphone. So test your microphone in the meantime, or maybe you can drop it in the chat. We happen to not, I'm not sure. Are others hearing Kimon? I'm not hearing her. Others are hearing her? No? All right, so see if you can use the chat or test microphone or leave and rejoin. Any one of those options will work. So strategy with Michelle. Strategy with Michelle. You're muted, baby.
Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Hi, Felicia. And just want to acknowledge you for kicking things off in this busy holiday season when so many persons may be relaxing. I am Michelle O'Connor, and I am a business coach. I help entrepreneurs who have 1,000,001 things to do and can't seem to focus to get organized and execute and achieve their goals. Along with that, I'm also a corporate planner and a strategist. That's my 9 to 5 at a large financial institution here in Jamaica. So I'm here, Felicia, we're Instagram friends. And, you know, I'm here to support this venture and also to add any ideas that I may have and support other entrepreneurs as we go along. Really appreciate the work and the effort and just going out there and supporting other entrepreneurs, because I know a lot of persons have many ideas that they want to execute on. And it's good when we can all come together and just be a helping hand and support each other along the way. So that's why I'm here today.
I love that. And thank you for being here. All right. So we're going to the next person, Michelle Nelson. So I'm taking all the raised hands and then we're going to go straight into it. So Michelle Nelson.
I put it on it.
Hello, good evening.
Good.
My name is Michelle Nelson. I am currently a customer service representative. I hope to tap into entrepreneurship more this year, even more than ever. I kind of shied away from it last year, but I got confirmation that this is what I should be doing. And from this session, I hope to gain more information and, of course, put these information into action so I can be successful.
And daily food.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you're not speaking to us, just mute your microphone. We're hearing a little sound in the background. I'm trying to go through to see who so I can mute, but you know, I'd love if you mute instead. All right. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Now we're going to go to Skin Bells Jamaica.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Phelisa, for inviting me, for having me here. I'm excited for this session. My name is Hareen, and I am the founder of Skin Bells Jamaica. In my 9 to 5, I am a teacher, so I'm pretty busy. Over at Skin Bells Jamaica, we provide skincare products that your entire body will love. We recently launched our newest product, which is a body scrub, and we have some good things upcoming in January. And I'm excited to be here today to meet everyone and plan and visualize my future for 2022.
Amazing. Thank you, darling. And thank you for coming on. Now to Kadeen Gray. Kadeen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kadeen Gray, as was stated. I am a recruiter by profession to 9 to 5. I'm also a Master's of Psychology student, and I'm also the creative director of Kadeen Gray Art and Apparel. So I'm an artist. I do paint and sell inspirational pieces, and I also do inspirational clothing as well, which was inspired by my whole journey through depression. What I want to achieve from this session is how I'm going to actualize my goals that I have made for 2022. I'm here to learn as much as I possibly can. I met Felicia earlier this week and we had a good session, so I'm just excited and elated to be here. So thank you, Felicia, for this opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you, Kadeen. Now I'm going to go back. Kimon, try to see if we can hear you now. And if there's anybody, I think we have space for just one more, you can raise your hand or you can just put it in the chat. I'd love if everybody gets a chance to put it in the chat. So even if you don't get to speak right now, you can put it in the chat. So we'll read as we go along. All right. So Kimon, let's try again. No, I can see where your microphone is going off, but I'm not sure why the sound is not coming. All right, still not hearing. I think you put it in the chat earlier. All right, so we have one more hand, and that's Karan Clark. Karan?
Hi, Felicia. Hi, everyone. Season's greetings. My name is Karen Clark. I am the founder of My Budget Leaf. I am a budget coach. I help millennials to manage their money and curb their bad spending habits. I'm also a brand builder. I am over at karenarts.com. I am, logo design and all of that. But what I'm expecting from this session is just how to clarify my goals and lay them out. So Felicia, I am really, really, really excited to be here and excited to see all you have to offer.
Awesome. Thank you, darling. Thank you for coming on. I'm so excited to have you. Alrighty, so we're going to get started now. In the meantime, remember that you can send your introduction, send it in the chat, and we'll read from time to time. And then at intervals, we can take more persons because we have 30 persons on, and I'm excited to get to know all of you. And I'm excited for us to actually, build a nice little community where each person can help somebody. So Alex said, they cannot hear anything at all. I cannot hear a thing. That's weird. Leave and rejoin. Maybe I have to type that in the chat so that they can see. Alex, leave and rejoin. Oh, Alex already left. All right, so we're gonna get started. Thank you so much for the introductions. Like, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm really happy that you took this chance on yourself and you actually came in. That we had so many persons who signed up, but for you to actually be here, like, I am just so happy that you are here. Now we're gonna go straight in. Now, to start a vision board, the first thing that you have to do, you have to assess where are you right now. So for my clients, all of the ones that I've been coaching since year, you already know that you have to look at what has been going on in your life. Where are you now so that you can know where you need to go. So we have to look at a review of 2021. What kind of year was it? Well, it's still 2021. What kind of year has it been for you so far? Have you been achieving your goals? Think about it. So I want you to look at 2021 and look, have you been achieving your goals? Are there goals that you were supposed to achieve but you didn't achieve? So I want you to go ahead and think about 5 things that you achieved in 2021, 5 things, and 3 things that you wanted to achieve but you never got the chance to actually achieve it. So we're going to get started. 5 things that we achieved in 2021 and 3 things that we wanted to achieve but we never got around to it. So that's what I want us to start with first. So you can go ahead. I'll give you about 2 minutes and you'll jot down 5 things. I'll also jot down my 5 things and we can share orally as well as in the chat. So 2 minutes. Let me grab my notepad and jot down my 5 things. One more minute.
Yeah, man, me I do it.
All right, so I think we're ready now. So 5 things that we achieved for 2021. So who is going to go first for this section? Should I? Okay, Karen, your hand is up for this section, or was it from the previous section?
It was from the previous section. I'm not ready as yet.
You're not ready as yet. Is there anyone who is ready? All right, I'm going to start off and you get ready in the meantime. So 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope this is 5. All right, so 5 things that I achieved for 2021 and I'm grateful for. Oh, Natalia's hand is up. So I'm going to just go and then Natalia is going to go after. So 2021, I got married and I went on some vacations that I really enjoyed. I started Purpose Finder Club, which was a goal for 2021. I was able to grow my online school, which I'm grateful for. I actually resigned from my 9 to 5, which I wanted from a long time. Finally did it this year. I was featured in local and international papers. That's something I wanted. 5 things that I achieved, 3 things that I never achieved. I still haven't written my book that I need to finish. I wanted to be more organized. I made progress, but I'm still not fully organized. And I wanted to procrastinate less. I am too good at procrastination at this point. So I'm going to allow you now to tell me 5 things that you achieved for 2021 and 3 things that you wanted to achieve, but you never quite achieved it. So over to you, Natalia. You're muted, darling. I'm not sure she's hearing us. You're muted. All right, I'll send her a message in the meantime. In the meantime, is there anybody who is finished? I have 2 spaces for this one. So 5 things that you wanted to achieve and 3 things that you wanted to achieve that you didn't quite achieve. So go ahead. I think, I'm not sure what's happening, if she can hear us, but let me fix this. Ask to unmute. No, nobody's finished as yet. Dakota, what about you? Are you ready? Anything that you achieve for 2021, even if you haven't thought of 5, we can do 3 then. I see Ornicia's hand is back. I want to hear some persons who haven't. Oh, unmute me. It's not unmuted. Oh, did I do something? I can ask you to unmute, but I can't unmute. I can just request that you unmute. I want somebody to try to see if you can unmute. I don't know if I did something. I don't know. No, I didn't.
Can
You
Yes,
can?
I can unmute.
All
I
right.
can.
All right. So most persons can. Try again, Natalia. I don't know why you can't. All right. No worries. Maybe you can leave and rejoin. It works. It works most times.
Okay.
That was her? No? All right, so she's gonna rejoin and then I see some hands. So Mrs. Harriet, I see your hand. Go ahead, Miss. 5 things.
Hi, afternoon, everyone. All right, so 5 things that I have achieved. I was able to launch my organizations online. I did a public speaking course. I also started doing social work at UA. I have also achieved 6 additional certificates, and I started doing international presentations. So those are 5 things that I achieved for this year.
Wow, excellent. And what about 3 things that you wanted to achieve, but you didn't get to achieve it this year?
All right, so I haven't started earning from my organization. So you and I have to talk about that one. So that's the first thing that's on my bucket list for 2022, because I've been doing everything free. So I need to start earning. The second thing is I haven't started writing my book. That was on my bucket list for this year. I haven't started. And the third thing is to kill fear more. I think I'm procrastinating too much, and I need to get that out of my book. So I think those are 3 things that I'm currently working on.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So we have about 1 more space. Remember that you can use the chat in the meantime. I see Melissa Dunkley-Smith. Melissa?
Hello, good evening, everyone. So on my 5 things that I have achieved this year, firstly, I am a published author. And from becoming an author, I got some speaking engagements. So that's 2. I was also featured in a magazine, 3. I also got podcast features, 4, and 5, I did a 21 devotional series on Facebook all by myself. I don't like to do videos. 3 things that I didn't get to accomplish in 2021 is I did not get to do my website. I want to get my website up and running. I did not get to start my small business. And also, I haven't been featured on TV or in the printed media. So I'm looking forward to that for 2022, along with a host of other things.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. All right, since we have a number of hands, I'm going to try to squeeze in one more. I'm going to are you hearing us? No? I know that you were.
Yes, McCracken Morris.
Okay. I was trying my best not to spoil. All right.
No, don't worry. I get used to it after a while. All my life. No worries.
All right, go ahead, my darling.
All right, so I'm just coming in because I was having audio issue. So I didn't hear most of what started off. But 5 things that I've accomplished. So I quit my 9 to 5. That's 1. Not to start a business, but I did it because I was extremely tired. I was overwhelmed, so I quit it. I quitted. Started an online business. That's 2. What else? Started a small store. It's not anything big. That's 3. And then things that I failed to accomplish this year is starting up my website that I wanted to start up, and also having a bit more franchise. I wanted to spread my wings a little bit further. Didn't get a chance to do that. So that's what I have in my head right now.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And I'm definitely looking forward to that, achieving those things for 2022 and beyond. I love that. Thank you for sharing. All right. So for the persons whose hands are up, I want you to go ahead and finish it in the chat. I'm going to be reading just a few, and then we're going to our next activity for this evening. So Brianna said, no, let me start with Annette. Annette came first. So Annette said, being certified as a life coach, obtained my learner's license on my way to being a professional driver, went on family vacations, gave back from my foundation, Etania Gracious. That sounds good. Now, Brianna said, Started school that I was putting off for a while, started to write back my poetry, was putting it off as well, learned a new skill in voice acting. Three things to achieve: travel internationally, financial freedom, and third, writing my poetry books. Karan said five things I achieved: raised my price as a designer. This is a big deal for us creatives. I can imagine, I know how it is. Upgraded my car. I was featured on TV a few times in the primetime segment as well, I must add that. And four, she took her best friend's advice. Oh, took her best friend on a vacation for her birthday. That sounds pretty good. Natalia said, missed $1 million for a month. So that's one thing that she didn't get to achieve, I think. All right, all right. So keep them coming so that we can share. The reason we're doing this exercise is for us to actually achieve for the other years. You have to look at some of the things that you really achieved, some of the things that really went well this year, because no matter how difficult it is, I know that a lot of things, like these goals that you achieved this year, they're a big deal, and I want you to celebrate yourself. I was looking at Ornisia's status this afternoon, and she was sharing that sometimes we tend to feel a bit low in ourselves, like we're worthless or anything like that. But I want to use this opportunity before we even go any further. And I want you to know that all the things that you mentioned, they are a big deal. Even if to you they look very, very small, they look small to us because we did it, but they are a big deal. I'm sure it took a lot out of you for these things. And more things are coming in. Karen said things I didn't achieve. I haven't hosted a budget leave workshop. We'll do so in January. I'm excited about that one. She didn't travel internationally and she wasn't consistent. Kadeen said she was unable to complete her book, clear her debts, and purchase her car. Fiona said three things I achieved this year. I think they're coming in after. And yes, so they're coming in. Keep them coming. Kadeen said the things that she achieved are she published 4 journals on Amazon, registered her business, maintained business expenses. She got her driver's license, big thing that, and started her clothing line. And above, I don't want to miss one. I think somebody was saying something right before that. Let me bring my thing up. So it was Natalia. Oh, she continued, paid off my loans, got featured on TVJ, and she got married. Nice, nice. I love these goals. So keep them coming, keep them coming. And we are on to our next activity. Now that we've looked at 2021, we are now going to look at 2022. What are your goals for 2022? In doing your goals for 2022, I don't want you to just have broad goals and just put them down. I want you to categorize your goals. So I've put together some categories, and if you think of any other category that is going to be suitable for your life, please feel free to add it. So the key goals, I want you to think about the personal goals that you want to achieve for 2022. I want you to think about your career goals. I want you to think about your business goals, your health goals, financial goals, relationship goals. As a business coach, I do not just focus on your business. I focus on your whole you, because you have to be well for your business to be well. You can't be putting 24/7 into your business and things not going on for your personal life, in your health, as well as, I mean, your financial aspect must line up with your business, of course, and your relationship goals. They are very, very important, because as entrepreneurs, and I'm so guilty of this, we can get so caught up in our business and not schedule that amount of time for your relationship. So I want you to be very conscious about your goals. What are your personal goals? What are your career goals? So if you came just for the business goals, I'm sorry, guys, but I have to treat you as a holistic person, because if things are not well in your relationships, for example, relationships mean it can be with your spouse, with your family, then it's going to affect your business. When things not go right with me and my relationship, like, people don't see it outside, per se, but I feel it in my business. Like I'm not myself and I don't put out my all. And it happens, especially to females. I mean, males have the tendency where they can separate things, but for most females, things are tied up. So if things are not going good at home, then it reflects on your business. So I want you to ensure that you put goals in place that will ensure that every aspect of your life is well, is striving, and is doing very well. So personal goals, I want you to go ahead and write down 2 things that you want for your personal goals. It doesn't have to be 2. I'm just starting with 2 career goals that you have, 2 business goals, 2 health goals, 2 financial goals, 2 relationship goals. So these are just the broad spectrum. We're going to be breaking them down further. So if you start with 2, that's okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll give you a minute to do that. Well, a minute might be too small. Let's give you about 3 minutes to do that. So personal, career, business, health, financial, relationship. I'm actually writing as we go along, so we are all doing this together at the same time. So you can write it on a paper that you have close to you, as well as you can write it on your laptop, anywhere that's most convenient and suitable for you at this moment, but you must keep this close to you. In the meantime, I can go over just a few of what's in the chat. Kimberly, 3 things I achieved this year. Okay. I'll do it undisturbed. So we'll take our 3 minutes undisturbed so that we can reflect as we go along. Writing these myself, I realized that we might need more than 3 minutes. So I'm going to add 2 more minutes to that. Is there anybody who is ready? This took a lot of sweating. Anybody is almost ready but not quite ready? Kevon, I know Kevon is at work in the meantime. Kevon, how are you? You're getting through? Almost ready? Would mind sharing?
Still writing and maneuvering the space at work as well.
I can imagine. Thanks for joining though.
No problem, pal.
All right, maybe we need a little more time. It took a lot out of me too. All right, so I see Natalia is ready. Natalia, let's try to see if the audio is working back on Zoom. I know you sent it in the chat.
Okay, yes, it is working now.
Yeah. Now we can hear your voice.
All right, so I want to do two categories. I'm not told all of my goals already, but I want to share two categories. I've been in the past 2 years, I've not set any health goal at all. Like if you follow me, you know that it's ridiculous. So I've decided this year that I'm committing to weighing 200 pounds, and I'm going to be doing that by doing my intermittent fast. I want to do I want to do a 1 or 2 day fast every week, along with eating in an 8 hour window. And I'm going to be drinking 2 liters of water. Need to measure them, right? So I need 2 liters of water every day. And I'm going to be working out 30 minutes for 3 mornings for the week.
Love that. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Sharing the other categories as well?
In terms of relationships, my friends who are overseas, I want to see them once every time they come to Jamaica. I want to go out with my spouse alone every quarter. I am going to be spending 1 hour each day with my son, one doing an activity outside that he enjoys, um, watching something that he likes on Netflix, and I think cooking, and then the others to play them by ear as to what the activities are. So, spouse, every quarter we go out. In terms of myself, I want to do a self-cation where I go out by myself for one whole weekend. I'm locked down by myself. Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds good. I love that. All right. Anybody else is ready? I see Tonian. Tonian, your hand is up.
Yes, I'm here. You're hearing me?
Yes, darling. We're hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, so my voice is a bit hoarse. All right, so for personal goals, I think I need to let go of the past. I need to stop procrastinating. For career, I need to finish school, that's for one. I need to start my online business. I don't have any business goals because I haven't started my online business as yet. Um, as it relates to health, I need to lose weight, eat healthy, and I need to get my asthma under some control. That's a really big goal for me for 2022. I need to control my asthma. Financial goals, pay off loans, and I am striving for 2022 to become a homeowner. And then as it pertains to relationship, I need to really decide if I want this relationship and if I do get married.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that a lot. All right. Is there anybody else who is ready and willing to share? Oh, I see Kadine's hand. Kadine? And there's also Griffiths. So we're gonna take Kadeen and then Griffiths. Go ahead.
All right. So for my personal goal, I want to become more disciplined, focused, and I want to procrastinate less. Career goals, I want to complete my master's degree and become a prominent businesswoman. For my business goals, I have more than two, but I'm going to try to narrow it down. I want to have a target of at least 50 paintings per month and start my monthly sip and paint event. Health goals, I want to gain weight, not lose weight. And I want to start the gym, which would help me in that regard. Financial goals, I want to earn 500,000 monthly and clear all debt that I have. And for my relationship goals, I want to start and maintain a healthy courtship and release hurt from any previous relationships. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Alrighty, so we're gonna take Griffiths.
All right. Hi, everyone. So for my personal goals, I have more self-care, um, take go out by myself for at least once per month, get more organized and procrastinate less. And for my career and business goals, I put them together because they're one basically. So grow my business to include more medium-sized and corporate clients, help more small business owners to either own their home or set their finances up to get the process started. Learn as much as I can from my accounting and finance mentor. Focus more on my studies because that is very important to my business. As it relates to health, start exercising again at least 3 times weekly. Financial goals, more diversified and increased investments, increase my emergency savings to 3 years. And for my relationship goals, I have more one-on-one dates, no baby, hotel trips at least every quarter this time, and finally close a deal on our home for in January.
Wow, I love these. Some very powerful goals. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, so I saw more hands going. I'm gonna allow everybody who raised their hands the opportunity. Please feel free to raise your hands. I see Ornesia. Ornesia.
I am here I promise you I have like nearly 10 at each, but I won't say all. For personal, I want to grow my locks. Yeah, I want to become a full locks Rapunzel. I want to do more self-care and love myself. Most importantly, of course, I want to continue to strengthen my walk with the Lord. And on my own car, I want to purchase my car cash, read more books, and spend less time on social media, scrolling aimlessly for career. I want to be more organized and efficient as a teacher or just leave teaching overall. Business goals, I want to launch and sell my course workbook, whether you do the course yes or no, just to have the workbook out there. Do more corporate and private sector training, host more formal events, anything that Terry Carell do, I want to do that. Train at least 100 people from my public speaking course, appear on television, speak at international events, partner with brands and make at least $1 million from all the events in total. For health, lose my baby belly fat, drink more water, and of course, take care of my mental health. For financial goals, be debt-free, save at least 20% of every single thing I earn from every single booking, and manage my money better. Lastly, for professional goals, hope to build an even stronger bond with my husband, my daughter, and my in-laws. My husband and I to travel abroad and to hotels because it's nice of yourself, and of course, continue to grow spiritually as a family. These are my few words. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And many of you might be like Ornisia, where there are more than 2 things. That's totally okay. I want you to keep them close to you. Even if it's 10 things per category, write them down and categorize your goals across so that you can stay. There's another section where you're going to look at some other aspects of these goals. So you have to keep these goals close to you. We're going to be breaking them down, so keep them close to you. All right, I want you to do that. But in the meantime, I'm doing a little check. Is Tony in? Like, I'm missing Tony, and that's Tony and Williams. Are you in? Tony and Pink CX group?
I'm here.
Oh, I was there texting you on Instagram to check on you because I think I missed you.
I'm here, but I'm driving all the way from Satan. So
Okay, no worries. I just want to know that you're on. All right, happy that you're on. Great. So we are going to take some more hands before we go to the next category. Let me scroll back to the top so I can know who raised their hands. Alrighty. There is Kimberly and Thomas Bonner. Go ahead, darling. Kimberly.
Hi.
You
Can you
can
hear
go.
me?
Yes, darling.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My personal goals, get rid of procrastination totally. And I also want to start my public speaking training. That's something I really want to get on. Career goals and business, I kind of put them together. Boost my networking abilities, getting certified, launch my multi-figure wives club, increase brand awareness as it relates to my business, start profiting from it as well. Health goals is to continue on my health and wellness journey that I would have started since this year, being more consistent with my workouts. For financial goals, clearing my loans and achieving my 6-figure success by June 2022. Relationship goals, working on some more fun times with the spouse, traveling more and owning our own home for 2022.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. And I love the fact that you have networking. It brought me to the other point. Continue to drop your handles in the chat or the link to your Instagram pages. Let's connect with each other. We can support each other because several of the things of the goals that I'm hearing mentioned, there are persons who do this kind of work specifically. For example, I'm a business coach. So if you're trying to grow your business, then you'd want to follow somebody who helps you to grow your business. If you're trying to work on your relationship, you follow somebody who is doing relationship coaching, relationship helping persons with their relationship. For public speaking, there are persons here who help persons with public speaking. So right here, networking, there are several persons who are on here. So in addition to the vision boarding, we're getting a bonus. We're actually networking with other persons who, of course, will support your business, will purchase from you. There are so many of my clients who I've supported them in so many ways. And I mean, I'm just so happy with their services. So don't be afraid to put your pitch in the chat while we're here. We're entrepreneurs, and that's what we do. If you don't tell persons what you do, I mean, I guess it's the marketer in me, but if you don't tell persons what you do, then we can't know how to actually access or buy your services. So those who are raising your hand so far, like I am happy that you're doing that. And that's why I'm just allowing everybody who raises their hand the opportunity to share, because your future client might be right here. Like I remember I went to a session just like this, and when I came off, I had to connect with one of the persons because that person was doing something that I needed, and that was an increase for that person. So don't be afraid to share, okay? All right, so I have a few more hands. I'm trying to keep it tight with the time though, so I'm gonna take 2 more and you can use the chat. So I saw Michelle Nelson earlier and Kevon Knight earlier. So we're gonna take Michelle and Kevon.
Okay, so my personal goals, the first one is to be more disciplined.
to listen to myself more, to get closer to God. For my career goals, the first one is to get another job or 9 to 5 and to grow in said job as much as possible. My business goals, the first one is to introduce my business to social media, and the second goal is to start my blog or YouTube and to be as consistent as possible, of course, to grow. Health goals, I have a lot of health goals, but I'm going to only list two currently. So the first one is to lose at least 25 pounds by, of course, working out at least 30 minutes for 4 days out of the week, and to choose healthier alternatives and also to drink more water. For my financial goals, the first goal is to start an emergency fund and emergency fund of 3 or 6 months to raise my income by at least 100K per month to get more sources of income as well. For my relationship goals, I would like to keep working on me so I can appreciate and identify who my person is, as I am single. And I want to also show up more appreciation to my support system by spending more time with them.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, darling. Thank you. So I think Kevin was next. So we're going to try to condense it a bit to ensure that everybody gets a chance. So Kevin?
No problem. Good evening, everybody, again. Personal goals to develop stronger relationships, to start the gym, to try to travel to 2 different countries this year, as well as to buy myself a vehicle within the next 3 months. For business goals, I intend to get into graphics more in depth. I want to do motion graphics and video editing as opposed to just sticking thoroughly to Photoshop, as well as I want to increase my monthly earnings from my side hustle to $150,000 per month. Financially, I want to increase my overall earnings from side hustles that I've had to $1 million for the year, to insure my entire family, and to make more financially prudent decisions. That's about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So Dana, I see your hand. Karan, I also see your hand. So Dana, Karan, and then we'll wrap up this segment. So Dana. Dana, you're muted, darling. Mrs. McLaughlin Morris, oh my, I saw your hand. No, you took it down. Dana? All right, we're not hearing Dana. So Karan?
All right, no problem. So I will just make mine real quick. So for personal goals, I'd love to learn how to swim and definitely pay more attention to self-care and self-love. For career goals, I'd love to pursue my master's and to do more short courses and workshops like this one. For business goals, I'd love to have my graphic design business in the public eye. For budget leave, I'd love to host at least 4 money management and budgeting workshops for 2022. Health goals would be definitely to eat more and to be more consistent with exercising. Financial goals to become a diverse investor and to have at least 4 consistent streams of income. Relationship goals would be to just nurture my friends and family even more.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anyone that I missed who I said should go next? Okay, so I pretty much summed up everybody. All right, so just to share what I wrote down for my personal goals, let me pull it right up here. I want to actually finish my book. I've started in 2021, but I need to finish for 2022. It's been a long time. So that's one. I want to do more international vacations for personal goal. For my business goal, I actually want to host a physical coaching session at a resort. And For business, well, continuing with business, I also want to do international coaching to actually have an international event for entrepreneurs just like yourselves, take you to Bahamas or take you somewhere nice and have you there. So that's something that I want to do for business. For financial goals, I want to earn $10 million from my business at the end of the year to increase my stock portfolio. And for career, I pretty much summed it up with business, but to actually hire a larger team. For health goal, I want to actually lose 28 pounds. I will tell you the time in the next segment. And then I also want to stress less because I tend to stress a lot about things that are not necessarily important. For relationships, I want to spend more time with my husband and increase the family. You can surmise what that means. So that's what I want to do for those goals. All right. So I want you to keep those goals close. And let me read a few from the chat. Am I missing anybody? No, we're just doing our intro so far. All right, so let me try to scroll up just in case anybody sent anything. Personal goal from Annette to obtain her driver's license, travel with her son. Her career goal was to be certified as a life coach and a healthy lifestyle coach. Financial goal to earn 200,000 per month, leading to 6 figures. Health goals to be more consistent with my nutrition, to up my exercise and tune some more. Relationship goals to meet my purpose partner. I love it. I love it. I love it. So keep those goals close. We spent quite a lot of time on this segment. So we're going on now to the next segment. So now that you have your goals in categories, I want you to start your winning goal. Set a winning goal. So now you've already identified what do you want to achieve. So leave some space beside whatever you wrote down earlier that you wanted to achieve. You have to know why you want to achieve it. So you can maybe jot these down because I don't want to keep you past 7 o'clock any at all. But I want you to think about why do you want to achieve that goal. For example, for me, well, I use somebody else. So somebody said that they want to meet their purpose partner. That's the last thing I read, so I remember that. Why do you want to meet your purpose partner? Why? Because when you know your why do you want to do this? It actually helps you to be clear on when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. So once your why is clear, everything else becomes clear. Those persons who said they want to grow their business, why do you want to grow your business? Why? Why does it matter? Why do you need to earn $200,000 per month? Why? Is it that you want to actually have a better lifestyle? I want you to write down those reasons. Why? What is your why? What is that driving force? And how will that actually enhance your life? Now, very, very important part of doing your vision board is that you have to know when. When do you want to achieve it? When? Is it that you need to start earning $200,000 per month as of January? When? Because the thing is, if you don't put a timeline to it, you will have these goals right on and on and on and on. Because I have a client for 7 years, she wanted to start her business, but it was just, I want to start my business, and that was it. But it wasn't until this year when we met and we put some things in place and we're like, no, you need to give me when. So you need to start your business by April. And she actually started the business in April. So it's the same thing. For me, the reason that I haven't written my book as yet is because I simply never put a timeline to it. So every day my husband reminds me that from he met me at 20, 4 years ago, I kept saying that I wanted to write a book, but there was no timeline. I actually had that dream before. I had it probably 2 years before I met him. So you can imagine that 6 years. So for 6 years, I've had that goal, and it's the longest goal I've held on to and not actually achieve it because I didn't put anything in place to achieve it. So it's the same thing that's going to happen to you guys. If you don't put things in place to achieve your goal, you will not reach the goal. So when do you want to achieve it? What do you need to actually achieve it? What resources? Is it that for you to earn your business, to actually grow your business, to earn consistent $500,000 per month, you need to hire a coach? Could that be a resource that you need? Could it be to actually meet your partner? Resources that you need, you probably need to start going somewhere more often. So what resource, going places more often or actually socialize more so that you can meet some more persons. For your relationship, you want to go out, you probably want to go to more hotels, you maybe need more money. So resources that you need to increase your income so that you can go out with your family, take out your son, take out your husband, and not feel as if you are robbing yourself of something. So what resources do you need to achieve those goals that you mentioned earlier? And the fifth thing to actually set a winning goal is to put down what steps do you need to put in place to achieve it. So earlier when Natalia shared, she was the first person who shared, she mentioned that she wants to maintain a weight goal of 200 pounds. So that's her weight goal. And what was she gonna do? She was gonna ensure that she drinks water, and she mentioned the amount of water that she needs to drink. She mentioned that she's going to do intermittent fasting. So specifically, you have to put down what steps are you going to take, because if you have a goal and if you just put it down and you don't put anything to it, then I promise you that you're not gonna reach it. So that's the first thing that you have to do, and then you're gonna tell me clearly, how do you plan to achieve it? So you can start jotting down. Let me go back just a little bit. What do you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve it? So someone mentioned that she wants to keep her asthma under control. That's her health goal. Why? Because whenever she gets these asthma attacks, clearly it's just too much for her. So that's why she wants to do it. It's going to give her a better quality of life where she doesn't constantly have these asthma attacks that affects her. She has to spend more money. It probably brings her into depression. It's just not good for her. So it's going to enhance her life if she gets this under control. When do you want to achieve the goal? What resources do you need to achieve your goal? And what steps do you need to put in place? And how do you plan to achieve your goals? These are the 6 steps to actually have a winning goal. So your vision board is not just going to be some random pictures that you cut out and paste on. Every single picture that goes on your vision board this year will have a meaning. It will have a why, it will have a how, and it will have a when. Even if it's not on the picture, it's going to be on a different piece of paper, right? So that's what I want you to do. Now that we have done that, it's now my favorite part. Let me read the messages in the chat. Okay, I see some interesting messages. So Amoe Jenkins McCain, her health goals is to start exercising consistently, start eating healthier. Relationship goals, go to a resort with my spouse at least twice for the year, have a date night at least once every month. Financial goals, to increase her finances by getting 2 additional streams of income, save at least half of my salary each month. Personal goals, be an expert keyboard player, work on time management and get more organized, be a homeowner, do more self-care, grow spiritually. And the business goals, let me scroll down. Get my business off the ground, build my business and social media presence. Career goals, improve in my craft, increasing my value added to my students, be more marketable and broaden my area in being a certified Heart Trust lecturer, become a certified chef. And from Ren, personal, get rid of procrastination, speak up to increase visibility. Career, do courses or workshop, learn new tools to use in classroom. Business, increase brand awareness, increase earning, revamp website, health, stress less. Bronchitis, control bronchitis. Financial, manage money better, pay off debts. McLaughlin Morris, to keep your toddler's mind engaged. She's giving her pitch there on how you can keep your toddler's mind engaged. All right, all right, all right. So keep them coming, keep them coming. Now we're going to be setting goals for each month. Notice earlier I mentioned that you have to have a time. So from we were growing up, we know that you have to set smart goals. So I'm just gonna remind you that your goal has to be specific. So specifically, what do you want to achieve? It has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, it has to be realistic, and it has to be time bound. We can deal with the SMAR part. We tend to set realistic goals. They tend to be specific, but the main problem why we don't achieve our goals is because they're not time bound. So for this vision boarding session, I decided that we're going to zoom in on each month and we're going to be planning together what do we want to achieve for all 12 months? So yes, you want to earn $200,000, but what are you going to do to ensure that you reach there? Yes, you want to maintain a 200 pounds weight, but what's your current weight now? And what are you going to do? What should be your weight in January versus February versus March, April, etc.? What will you do weekly to achieve those goals? And how will you reward yourself when you reach those goals? I find that many persons don't focus on the reward part, but trust me, nothing is sweeter than a good reward. So I have a friend, for example, like she promised herself that if she if she lost weight, so she wanted to lose 10 pounds. If she lost 10 pounds for December, she was going to reward herself by bringing herself out. And I found that friend actually worked towards it. I mean, I guess she still has a little more time, but the reward actually increases that person's passion. So how are you going to reward yourself when you finally met the 500? I don't know why I'm keep zooming in on the money, but when you finally met the $500,000 per month, what are you going to do to reward yourself? When you finally get to go to the resort, what are you going to do to pat yourself on the shoulders to say, good job? When you grow your business to consistent 7 figures, if that's your goal, what are you going to do to reward yourself? Because the thing is, when you set goals and you achieve them, you just find yourself setting more goals, which is good, but then you don't take that moment to actually enjoy the moment. And then what you realize is that you end up feeling overwhelmed, you feel frustrated, and you never even realize that it was a big goal for you to start your public speaking course at first, right? I'm not trying to show any shades, but I'm just saying that you don't realize that it was a big, big goal. It was a really, really big goal for you to do this because you probably went on to something else and never celebrated yourself in the moment enough before you went on to set another goal, right? So let's go now. So Kadeen is gonna take a weekend trip to Florida when she makes that $500,000. Yes, good. That's what I like. That's what I like. So I want you to do that. So now we're gonna go straight into my monthly. And by monthly, I mean you're gonna set goals for January. So all the categories that we mentioned earlier, which are were the categories. So the categories that we mentioned our personal goals, career goals, business goals, health goals, financial goals, relationship goals. Which one of those are you going to zoom in for January? What do you hope to achieve in January? What's that one thing that you're going to work on to ensure that you achieve your goals for January? So we're going to be doing for January. So you can now take your paper, take your notes, whatever you're doing, take your computer, and you're going to write January, February, March. I have them all here. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. What is it that you want to achieve for all the 12 months of 2022 in your personal life as well as in your business? I'm going to be zooming in on business because I know that most of you came here for the business. So we're just doing 2 categories for now. We're doing personal life. So everything else, once it's not business, we can put it under personal. So what you're going to achieve in your personal life as well as your business for the 12 months of 2022. So this is personal. So I'm going to give us 5 minutes to work on that part. And then we go to the next section. So January, Let's do that. Our goals for January. What's that one big thing that you want to achieve by January? And by when in January should you achieve it? So you're gonna put what is it that you want to achieve in January, whether personal or business, and by when do you want to achieve it? So 5 minutes thereabout. I need more paper. All right, so about 2 more minutes. Even if you don't have every month just yet, at least make the space so that you can put in for each month after. So 2 more minutes. And we want to hear some new voices, some persons who haven't spoken as yet. Let me know when we're good. We're going to be doing this section just a little bit different. I want you to complete it, but instead of first sharing what you write, you are going to tell me how you felt when you were actually doing this. Like, were the things coming clearly, or, was it a bit difficult as to what am I going to be doing each month? I want to know more about the process of you completing it than actually what you wrote down. All right, so don't worry about it. You can write anything at all. Remember that you don't really have to share everything. You can leave out some of the more personal details that you don't necessarily want to share. All right, that's fine. All right, so we're gonna take some responses now in terms of when you were doing this activity. One, did you get to finish all the months for your personal life as well as your professional life? And two, were things flowing fluently, or did it take you a while to think about what you wanted to achieve? And if you want, you can definitely go ahead and share what you have written down. So I'm gonna be taking some willing volunteers, anybody who would like to share. I'm seeing some hands. I don't know if it's from the last session or it's from now. So let's see.
I'd like to go, if that's okay.
I love that. Of course. Go ahead, darling.
So while I was doing the process, I was, of course, very clear about what I wanted to do for the first quarter of the year. So I was doing mine in quarters because it's easier for me to just process everything. In terms of what I want to achieve professionally, I would like to grow my email business for my business. I want to not only rely on social media marketing but also email marketing. So for the first month, of course, I need to offer more feedback and be aware that there is a community available for business owners who want to receive support in various areas of their business. For the second month, I want to focus more on some giveaways too, so they can feel appreciated for being a part of this community. And for the third month, I want to focus more on selling offers. Serial. So the process in itself is, as I said, for me, it was a bit easier because I was more focused on doing it quarterly. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. And that's something that you can definitely consider. You were a bit in and out, I think, because you're driving. So we can understand that. But that's something that you can definitely consider. You can consider doing it quarterly, but I still want persons to have specific things that you're gonna do each month to ensure that you achieve those quarterly and then eventually your yearly goals. But of course, quarterly is fine, perfect. Thank you for sharing, Tony Ann. You were finished, darling, or I cut you off early? You were finished?
I'm finished. I'm finished.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. So let me see if there are more hands. Let's go, let's see. I'm seeing some hands. I don't know if it's new or it's from the last time, but I definitely want to hear some persons who haven't spoken as yet, like Kimberly. I'm not putting you on the spot, I just want to hear where your mindset is at because I want everybody to get the full value of this session. So Kim, who I haven't heard from? Janelle. I heard from Ren already. Javona, Crystal. So all the persons who haven't said anything yet, like how did you feel doing this exercise? And what are some of the, like were you able to complete it for the year? And also, if you would mind, then you can go ahead. Sania, Peony, I heard from Tracy and earlier Veronique. I'm just going through. Yes. So any hands raised? All right. So I'm going to use the hands that are already raised. In the meantime, of course, you're welcome to raise your hand as well. So Kimberly, I see your hand.
Yes. Well, when I started, actually, it felt, it's an eye opener because you want to achieve these, but then when it comes to the nitty gritty of you taking the step of doing it, a monthly and such, this one was actually a bit different. And so it started having me to start thinking more as to, timeline and such. For January, though, my intention is actually to start on my public speaking course and start house hunting. That's on the personal side. Business-wise, I want to start getting, creating brand awareness around my business and do my first webinar for professional wives. February as well is to pick up back where I left off as it relates to my book, and that's about the second week in February. I want to start getting back on that. Launching my Multi-Figure Wives Club in February, and that's the 1st, actually the 1st of February. Going into March, what I want to do is to, continue on my personal development in terms of building on my speaking engagement as well. And for my business is to get the different course updates as it relates to the Wives Club that I'm doing, and building more collaborations with also other brands and getting my their awareness out. I kept on going actually, but I kind of stopped on April. Personal goal there for me, it's more of both personal and relationship, because April is my anniversary. So wedding anniversary, and that's always for me, it's like I set that as a goal every year as to, yes, whatever I'll be doing, definitely time has to be spent with my spouse. We have to, and it's always been my goal, it's never gonna be at home. So wherever we're gonna be finding, we're gonna be saving. We always be saving because we have to go out, not at home, nothing for that. Business-wise as well, is to get the Wives Club on a path of an accountability group for wives and all of that stuff. So that's where I end for my first quarter in writing my goals.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Like, I'm getting some feedback, especially in the chat and otherwise, that it took more. And it's so important that we do this exercise so that we can visualize all months. Of course, things might change when the year starts, but when you have a plan in the beginning and you know what you want to achieve, no matter what comes and any obstacles come, you can go back to your blueprint and say, I wrote down that I wanted to do this June. It is now July. What's going on? I need to work on that. So it gives you a level of accountability. That's for one aspect or one part of the spectrum. There's another part of the spectrum for those persons who would have had a very, very good 2021 and you just feel like this is it. Like, what else can there be? This now puts you in a frame of mind where you have to think, because this cannot be the end all. I think I went into that at the end of 2020. Like, 2020 was such a good year for me. I started my business, I got engaged, I was excited, and I went to one of these sessions and I was there and they asked me what's on my vision board for next year. And I'm like, I had a few things, I had little things on it, because guess what? I was like, I achieved it all in 2020. But then there's so many more things to achieve, because in order for you to achieve growth, you can't rely on last year's greatness. You can't rely on the greatness that happened the year before. 2022 is a year of untapped opportunities that you need to tap into that potential. You haven't yet tapped into it. So it's a year for you to actually achieve so many things. And this is why I want you to visualize it, broaden your spectrum on the things that you can really achieve. So that's the reason for really doing it like this. All right. Most persons are saying it was a bit difficult, probably good in the first part, but after it got a little more challenging. Let's hear from more persons. Javona.
Hello, good night.
Hello.
So while doing this exercise, it gave me a different perspective, because sometimes you have things in your brain, but then putting them on paper requires organization, it requires priority, it requires, okay, what really needs to be done like right now. So for doing that, I realized, oh gosh, I have a lot to get done. So for me, I really want to have at least 30% of my tuition paid in January. I want to start creating 20% of the materials that I want, that I need in order to do the classes. Like when I'm doing tutoring, because I'm starting, I've found out that I'm good at something else that I didn't realize. So getting the resources for that, it's a bit tedious, but that's what I want to do. Also finalizing the characteristics of my virtual business, because I have quite a few skills, but putting them together and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and finalizing and creating that product. So that would be like in a that third one that I just mentioned would be in the first 3 months. I also want to start studying for my professional actuarial exams coming January, the first one, probability. So, it's gonna be a busy year, and it's really good. This exercise is really good, Phil, because, it gives me, okay, hey, this needs to get done, Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And of course, I'm wishing you all the best for those exams coming up. I see Tonian's hand. I know that there are two Tonians and one went earlier. So I'm not sure if this is the second Tonian or is it that it's the same Tonian's hand that's up. Tonian's whose hand is up? Is it Tonian Williams or Tonian Morgan?
Take Miss Morgan. Not me.
Oh, yes. And we haven't heard Morgan as yet. So go ahead, Morgan.
Hi, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, so that's good. So for January, it's a bit difficult visualizing monthly and all. I think I know what I want to do in the middle of the year, and I know what I want to start off with. I'm not sure about like March. I haven't feeling like March, April, May. So I know for January, I am gonna start with personal goals of controlling my asthma, which, as I mentioned before, I think it's gonna be a big deal for me in 2022, because that's something that I really need to take control of. And I am gonna start. I have a freelancing service that I need to start. I think I need to start doing more, what would I say, work on that. I need to publish that more so that I can start earning from that. So that's for January, that I'm sure that I'm gonna be doing in January. In September, I know I'm going back to school. That's my goal. I need to finish school. I think this has been prolonging too long. So I know I need to finish school. And those are like the three goals that I am sure when they're gonna start. That those are what I'm sure about. I need to fill in the other blanks.
All right, love that, and I'm wishing you all the best with that. So as she said earlier, it's okay. You can literally fill in after, but I want you to have that outline that this is for January, February, March, so that you can keep yourself accountable. If you're gonna do it per quarter, that's fine, but I still want you to have what are you gonna do January leading up to the quarter so that you can track your progress. All right, and you don't have to tell me what you're going to do weekly, but you have to mention that in your plan when you break it down. What are you going to do weekly to achieve the goals and how you're going to reward yourself? So mention that somewhere, the steps that you need to actually take to achieving those goals. Let me see if there are hands up before we go to the next part. I'm still aiming for a 7 o'clock finish. So we heard Tonian and we heard Javona. All right, so let me use the chat. So just to read a bit of what's going on in the chat, Sanya said it felt good writing them down. Sanya, we want to hear them. Sanya, would you mind sharing?
Hi, good night, good night. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hold on. All right, so what I wanted to start for January, of course, is to get more clients when it comes to my business, my freelancing business. Also to grow as a coach, be an international speaker, publish my first book. That's for January. I want to be consistent, to stop procrastinating. And for business, well, of course, all of them is for business. But for February, what I wanted to do was to be featured locally. And for March, I wanted to upgrade my car. Um, April, what did I say here? To scale my business, and by May, start house hunting. So I reached far.
I love that.
Right? So that's as far as I got.
All right, so that's pretty far. So work on finishing up whenever you get the chance, well, before the 1st of January, so that you can have that, because there's another part of the activity that we're gonna do. So that's Sanya, and Veronique said it was a bit tedious. Ain't gonna lie, it had me thinking a lot more. When I hear what you wrote down as well, Veronique, and Janelle said, I only completed the first 6 months. It was easy for the first 4 months, but a bit difficult for the last 2. If you need a website, well, she's telling you that if you need your website created for your business, she does that. And she's pretty good at that. She actually created our website as well. So nice. I love this. So Veronique, would you mind sharing? I think I can squeeze in Veronique, Janelle, and then we go to the next one. Veronique? You hearing us, darling? Or did we lose her? All right, maybe we lost Veronique. So in the meantime, Janelle, would you mind sharing with us what you wrote down? So that's Janelle. In the meantime, Tonian is home. Thank God. Yes, I'm happy you're home. Sabrina, I will now go back to the middle of the year, as I feel this requires a lot more strategic organization, but I definitely want to inquire about 2 courses minimum to enhance the services I already provide and bring better value for my clients. All right, so that's from Sabrina. All right, we're not hearing Janelle and Veronique. So in the meantime, I hope that you have most of the months written down. Even if you don't have everything, that's totally fine. We can definitely fill in. So as you go along, this is how I want you to do your goals. I want you to be very strategic about them, where you have what are the things that you want to achieve for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's so important that we do this, because a lot of times unforeseen circumstances hit us off the map, and then we just forget what our goals were. So yes, things can change, but at least have that vision, have that plan. So at the end of 2022, you would have achieved most, if not all, of your personal goals, your career goals, your business goals, your health goals, your financial goals, your relation, and of course your relationship goals. Now to the interesting part, the visualization aspect of it, where you're going to be visualizing your future with a vision board. So there is this vision boarding app that I downloaded that I'm going to tell you about it. We're not going to get to do that part live, but of course I want to see what you come up with, because we're going to be ending at 7. So this is what we're going to be doing now. So this is what we're going to be doing. There's a vision boarding app. You can go into the Play Store for those who use, what is this? This is Google. So Google Play Store, there's a vision boarding app that you can download to create your vision board, where you get photos based on all the things that you outlined earlier, and you're going to put them in it and create a vision board. For those persons who are artistic and, we can design something using hand, get your board and design it. The reason we didn't put that part on to actually put those designs in, because a lot of persons never got all the pictures, all the things that they needed. So I'm going to allow you to do that, and then you can take pictures and send it to me by about the 30th so we can see what that looks like. So as soon as you get some time between today and the 30th, yeah, so between today and the 30th, get yourself something that you're going to design on. You can design it virtually and print it, of course, as well as you can get the pieces, whether it's a cartridge paper, design it, take a picture of it, show me what you came up with, and put it up in your room. So at the end of the day, I want it to be something that you can see. So even if you do it on your computer, see if you can print it off and paste it up somewhere in your room so that you can be guided of what you want to achieve for the entire 2022 and how you are going to achieve it. So you just need to have a visual image. For those persons who want to be in relationships, that's what you said, you could put a picture of somebody being in a relationship and you visualize yourself having a happy and purpose-filled relationship, as you mentioned earlier. Those who want to earn more income, additional streams of income, you put that on your vision board. Those persons who want to travel more, put that on your vision board. So we're going to do that part, and then we're going to have it ready by the 30th. And best believe I'm going to be checking in on everybody who is in this meeting to see where your vision boards are at, so that you can actually show me a picture of it and then put it up somewhere nice in your home so that you can be reminded of what is your vision for 2022. So somebody said, I'm seeing a lot of apps. Can you tell us a specific name of the app that you're recommending? All right, so this is the one that I'm using. Vision board. Oh, what does it look like? It just says vision board. The icon, it's a light bulb looking thing with some circles in the middle, like dart, you know, that dart game. So it's a light bulb. In the middle is like some spirals that looks like a dart. Or better yet, I can probably just come on with this and share screen. It's fine. Let me come on and share screen so you can see what I'm talking.
Recording in progress.
So you should be seeing my screen now. So it's this app at the bottom here. So you can see vision board at the bottom, that one right there. So it's beside Roku. All right, so it's pretty good. You can go in there. So you can have your vision board, life purpose, affirmation, custom vision board, journal. When you go into vision board, you can create it. It's free on here, but I know that Apple is a whole different mode, so I keep both. I keep my Samsung mostly to enjoy free apps, because over on the Apple side, it's a bit different. What are you using? It's free on Android, Karen. What are you using, iPhone?
Yes, iPhone, but happily I have both Samsung and iPhone.
Thank God. Try to use the this one. I don't know how I don't know what it's like on iOS. How do I come out of this now? All right, so I left with that. All right, so that's what I want you to do. All right. So there are several persons who mentioned earlier that you want to grow your business, like business growth is your thing. What I want you to know, I want you to know that it's possible. All of your dreams are possible. Whatever it's free on the Apple Store. Thank God. Thankful. I'm thankful for that. Right. I want you to know that your dreams are possible. All it really needs, it takes dedication. It takes a strategic focus for you to achieve your dreams. Never ever doubt yourself. Never ever believe that that dream is not possible. I want you to know that all the dreams are possible. Even if today you weren't able to line them up in the order that we were saying earlier, that's totally fine. Because the truth is that's not how life happens. So yes, in January, my goal is to go to a nice resort and have some fun because it's my birthday. But something might happen where I don't get to do it. That does not mean that February goal is not possible. It simply means that I need to come again and maybe I need to push back January goal into February because that's how life is. It's not linear. You can't tell what's going to happen in that sequence. We can plan for it and we can work towards it, but life does happen. So don't be too hard on yourself. And that's why I'm so big on celebrating every small win. So everything that you get to achieve, even for being in this session with me for 2 hours, celebrate yourself. It wasn't easy. Sure, it wasn't easy for me. And I know it wasn't easy for you either. You had to sacrifice something. You had to give up something to be here today and celebrate yourself. No matter how small it is, celebrate you. Take some time for yourself. My highlight of this session was kind of, well, I had a lot of highlights, but something that was really new for me was when Natalia said earlier that she believes in taking a whole weekend for herself somewhere for a self-cation. I never ever thought of that because and that's so needed because there are so many times when we are investing ourselves with relationships, with business, but what time do you get to connect with yourself? So my takeaway from this is for you to ensure that you spend some time with yourself, spend some time on yourself, work on your goals. Yes, you're working on your business, you're working on all aspects of your life, but work on you, your personal growth, the things that make you happy. And I don't intend to preach a sermon. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Work on that vision board, send me what you have. I'm so grateful for spending those 2 hours with you. Thank you for investing in this class. Thank you for coming on. To all the persons who donated and ensure that we could have this session, I thank you so much for your contribution and I thank you for participating. I want to hear some feedback. That means a lot to me. So I want you to tell me, how do you feel leaving this session? Do you feel ready? Do you feel a bit clearer as it relates to your life, your vision? Tell me how you feel. Any volunteers? How do you feel after this session? Do you feel ready to conquer for 2022? Are you still, if you don't feel like you're ready to conquer and you still feel like you need some shaking up, that's totally fine, trust me. Anybody, how do you feel after this session? Oh, I see hands, I missed them. Oh, I see Javona, Kimberly, Tony, and I don't know if it's on the last activity, so forgive me. Kimberly, how do you feel?
Well, I just raised my hand.
Oh.
I am pretty elated to be here, honestly. We normally have this setting of goals every year. I'm ending one year and I'm going into another. But the fact that this one was done differently, that speaks volume to me, because it's not just about putting the pictures on, a vision board, but the fact that we are sharing. For me, normally I learn better when I, hear and see. So it's the fact that, we are speaking more about it and all of that. It's like, you know what? I would have shared this with so many people. No, I owe it to myself to actually implement it, because it's like all these people, they're going to be looking out to ensure that I reached that goal. So I owe it to myself after this that if I was ever going to procrastinate, you know, good girl better know say, you better do the work.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. It's the accountability for me. When you put your goals out there and you know them will look, trust me, they are looking. Tonya, and I see your hand. I see some messages in the chat, but we're going to take Tonya and then we'll read the chat and then we're going to wrap up and that's going to be it. Tonya, or it was from the last session, the last activity rather. All right, maybe it's from the last one. So we're gonna read the chat. Whoa. Brianna, thank you for having me. I feel empowered, encouraged, and very happy to get my goals done. Tracy Ann, thank you so very much for this session. I am ready with a bowl. I love that. I'm so much clearer. I appreciate you. Veronique, thank you very much. I really appreciate you in this session. I am ready. Sanya, seeing persons knocking out their goals for 2021 and making plans for next year makes me eager to push to achieve my goals. Thanks for this session. Ornesia, I realize that I have a lot of thinking to do. I need to see how else I can add to my business. It definitely helped me to think about every aspect of my life and especially focus on why and when I want to achieve each. Need accountability and discipline, but it is possible. I deserve it. Thanks for the session. Michelle, it was a pleasure to be a part of the session. I'm happy I had the opportunity to be here. I'm well on the way to achieving my goals. Time to do the work. Annette will have to get the recording as I missed info due to connectivity issues. Thanks for inviting me, Coach Graham. Thank you so much for saying yes, everyone. It's been a pleasure. The recording will be available. I will share the link with you. What I want you to do, how can I ensure you get it now? Maybe you can all drop your emails in the chat. I have some of your emails already, but send me your emails in the Zoom chat. I'll transcribe that and get that out, or you can send me a message with that. All right, so I'm going to send you the link after. This was different and really necessary. Send them in. I appreciate them a lot. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I appreciate you so much. Have a good evening, and please work on the vision board and send it to me so that I can see it. I might do a private Facebook group and add everyone to it. I'll let you know, okay? I'll let you know. I'm thinking about it. That's on my vision board for January, but I'll let you know. All right, send your handles. This is the end of it. Send those handles. Send those handles. In the meantime, let me go ahead. So we are finished. This is it for today. Thank you very, very much. What I can do, I can send you the link to... No, you send your emails. I'll just get them to you after. Have a great night as well. Thank you.